You wouldn't have done. 39.
We went.
Right.
Computer's gone off. This is gone now. Hello Elsie, I've just going to ask you some questions about your experiences during the Second World War for children in Class 4 HB, and they've asked some questions that they would like answered about the Second World War, particularly about being evacuated.
All right.
Okay, so first question is, how old were you when the war started?
I was 7.
You were 7?
I think I was 7.
That's 7. And where did you live?
In East Ham, Tilbury Road.
Okay.
And
And
went to Vicarage Lane School.
oh, lovely. Okay. So where were you evacuated to?
Somerset.
Somerset. Do you remember when you went to Somerset? Was it as soon as the war started?
As soon as the war started, we all went in a coach all with our mums, which we're very fortunate because a lot didn't, and drove all the way to Somerset. Arrived at Talt in Churchingfield, which was a little village. Went to the church, and we all stood round, and the people that lived there came and chose different families to stay with them. And we were chosen, and the people were called Mr. and Mrs. Crabbe, and they gave us half of their house to live in, and we went to school there, which was about 3 miles away. We used to walk to school, and it was on a farm, which we really enjoyed. We was helped in at the farm. Stayed there for 2 years, and then we came home.
Okay. So you said you went to school in
Churchingfield, yes.
Was it a very different school?
Yes, just a little village school.
So it's very different from Vicarage School then?
Oh yes, tiny little school.
Yeah. Did you make friends with anybody when you were
Yes, I suppose we did in the village, and the people we lived with, children went to school as well, and we used to walk all the way to school. It was 3 miles. We used to walk, unless the weather was really bad. The farmer used to take us, but we were very fortunate because I think a lot of people didn't have very nice places and never went with their parents.
So why did you go with your parents? Why do you think it was?
I don't know how that was arranged. Don't know. The school must have arranged for us to go, and there must have been people must have been dropped off on the way, because I couldn't imagine that they all went to the same area as us.
So who in your family went with you?
It was just Sheila and just my sister and me and Mum. And Dad used to come occasionally, perhaps for a weekend, but he stayed at home.
Okay.
And then through that 2 years, Mum managed to get a sister-in-law down there. Two people down, Maureen's mum and dad, mum, and then another aunt of her came. There was about 3 different families. Mum got to come and stay.
And did they all stay at the farm?
No, they all found different places to stay.
Right.
Yeah, so we had like Maureen and June, and they were all there as well. And Carol, and they were all up in the village.
So it was quite a small village then.
Tiny village.
You must have taken it over with all the family.
We must have done.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we was quite near on the Child Road. In fact, Aunt Ness, she came and stayed in one of the relations' places there as well. It's like we took over.
Yeah. So hear all these stories about these children going on their own and being badly treated, but you had a good experience.
No, we were so fortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah, so but it was good, and then we kept in touch with the people afterwards, you know,
Yeah.
yeah, and then we came home.
Why did you come home, do you know?
Well, I think Mum had the baby.
Right.
And must have come home. And the war was really bad then, so that's when we started going down the shelter at the top of our road. Was in a cellar.
Yeah.
It was made out with benches and beds. So every night about 6 o'clock we used to go down there. And then in the morning used to come home again. But once we were in there and we came out and a bomb had dropped into the park, Central Park, and brought all the earth over, and we were walking on about a foot of earth.
Right.
All in the streets.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there was lots of... my nan lived round the corner, and the bomb dropped once, and that was awful. We was all sort of running around. Yeah, the bombs were really near.
Did you know anybody that got killed? Or,
yes.
Yeah.
2 people in my nan's... Nan took over the house. They were in a telephone box.
Right.
They got killed. But other than that, I don't think I did hear too many people.
So nobody that you were at school with, or your friends or families?
No, fortunately we didn't. You hear of people, but no, we didn't.
Right.
But it was quite a hectic time through, but I don't know how we survived through it really.
So were you very frightened when
Well, I think as a children you don't, do you? I think when the air raid went, you was ready to run for shelter, which I think we did go under the stairs a few times. Apparently that was supposed to be a safe... it was too far to run out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And you said you had a shelter in your garden, but you didn't use it?
We never used the Anderson shelter. No, we didn't. But it was there.
You don't know why you didn't use it?
I don't know. I think it's because everybody went down to this shop at the corner. No.
What, you went down to the shop cellar?
In the cellar, yeah. I can't imagine that being really safe, but we did.
Yeah.
And...
do you think it's perhaps because people wanted us to be together?
Yes, again, might have been.
Yeah.
It was... Oh yes, because Shuda said she remembers it was a man down the road. We used to sing. He used to play an instrument. We used to sing down there. I don't remember that.
Right.
But Sheila remembered that.
Oh, right. Sheila's your sister?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So...
there was terrifying times when windows were all blown out. And then, it got quite bad, that's right. And Uncle Charlie, my uncle, was working in Yarmouth. And he, I forgot that, he got us to go, we went down there, went to Yarmouth for about 6 months, went to school there.
All right.
In Yarmouth, and we used to watch the aeroplanes go over to England, to London, from there.
All right.
Yeah, we stayed with a woman that he had lodged with. Yeah, it was quite...
And that was just because it was safer. And was that with your mum and your sisters?
No, it was only me and Sheila.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay. So your mum stayed at home?
And Mum stayed at home with the baby.
With the baby.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
And my nan never ever went away.
Okay. Right.
Oh.
Oh, so, while the war was happening, did your dad just do his usual job?
Yeah, he worked in the docks, but then he did fire service. What did they call it? Just walked around outside. When we was at the shelter, he used to be outside and just keeping keeping
So he's like a
eye.
fire warden.
Fire warden,
Yeah.
yes.
Right.
And Uncle Charlie was as well.
Okay.
Uncle George was in the army. But
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Did any of your other family do any voluntary work to help out with the war effort?
Not that I know of. I think Uncle Harry did. He was
Yeah.
in the fire army, whatever you call it.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
Auntie Elsie worked down the docks all through the war.
All right. What did she
cooking.
do? Oh, she was
She
a cook.
cooked.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
And she
but-
used to take Irene with her.
Okay.
Take her little girl with her.
Yeah. And who was she cooking for? For the people that worked there, the doctors.
there. Yes.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Lovely.
Can't think.
Okay. Well, thank you
I
very
can
much.
tell you a funny thing. Well, it wasn't really funny. Auntie Ethel died, and the coffin was in Mum's house, and there was a bomb dropped in Market Street, and she had candles on the coffin, and they never blew out.
Oh.
All the windows were all blown out, and I always remember those candles never blew out.
Oh, that's a bit
So
creepy.
that was a bit eerie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. So that was
So, can you remember the end of the war?
celebrations of the people coming home. I remember Uncle George, we put names out when they were coming home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, and can remember, I don't know what it was for, but you watch the army lorries and that going down to the docks. I think they were probably going away, and they used to throw money out
Oh, right.
to us. So I suppose because they didn't take the money with them, they used to, and they used to go down to the docks.
All right.
So I don't know where they were going
No.
abroad. That
Okay. So, can you tell us a little bit about things like the sort of food you ate
Oh.
and things like that?
well, it was all right on rations.
Yeah.
And that I can remember queuing up for food. I can remember someone saying, "Oh, there's oranges," so we all rushed to the shops to queue up for oranges and bananas. There were, everything was ration. You had coupons to
Yeah.
get rations.
But you don't remember sort of feeling hungry or
No,
anything? You always had
no,
enough?
they probably bought cheap cut. We were never hungry, but
No.
there was probably cheap cuts of food,
Yeah.
of stews and things. That,
Yeah.
no, I don't remember.
Did you grow any vegetables in your gardens or anything like
I
that?
suppose people did. Not that
Yeah.
I can remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. Might have done. I can't remember that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah, I don't think we ever starved.
Good. Okay.
Is that enough?
Yeah, that's lovely. Thank you very much. That's really appreciated. Thank you. Right.